Good morning and welcome to Trail Grazers. We are here on our way up to the mountains, and so we've stopped just for a little break, and we're going to take a restroom break and just a relaxing break. We are here in a little small town called Glendale, and it is on the way to the mountains where we are headed. Now, the mountains where we are going is a place that is very familiar to us. It is Bryce Canyon National Park. Now, this is going to be quite a different trip for us because we're not bringing our big trailer, our toy hauler. We sold it last month, and this is our first trip where we're going up just taking Max and staying in a hotel. So we're going to be doing some things that are a first-time difference for us. We've done a little bit of hoteling before, but never with hauling Max with us. And we've eaten in hotel rooms before. We've done a couple of videos. This is the prettiest little place. We usually always like to stop here. So what we are doing for food this time is I was going to be bringing 3 meals. We're going to be up there for 2 days, and I was only going to be bringing 3 meals. But I forgot one out in the freezer, so we're bringing 2 meals. And both of those recipes will be over on Rose Red Homestead. The one that I forgot is breakfast sandwiches that we just did a video on over on Rose Red. And I feel bad that I forgot those, but we'll just, there's a little store right there by the hotel where we will be staying. And we're going to be doing 2 meals in our room or taking them on a picnic, and then we'll just be eating out for the rest. But I'll share those meals with you. This is going to be different for us, and we're going to be heading out on a trail that we've never been on before with Max, and so we're kind of excited about that. So I think we're just about ready to hit the road again. So we will bring you back when we're all settled in our hotel room, and we'll give you the scoop then. Oh, and I think there's Jim. Hi, Jim.
Hi, how are you?
So we'll see you soon. So Jim has found this little map that he wants to take a look at.
I'm looking. I was not aware that so much of what we've been involved in the past 12 or 13 years is all here.
Just right in the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument, close by, for sure.
I have not put that together.
Yeah.
In my head.
So Glen Canyon.
Glen Canyon.
Yep.
Yeah. Hole in the Rock. The National Recreation Area. Vermilion Cliffs.
Oh yeah, Vermilion Cliffs.
Yeah. And then Church Wells. I'm coming back up here, Bryce. Cotacomb Basin.
All around.
Yeah.
When the weather cools down, we may have to go out more out here, but right now it's just so hot out there.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even want to take Max out there. Well, traffic is getting heavy. Should we take off?
I think so.
Okay, see you soon. So here we are coming into the little town of Bryce, and Ruby's Inn is coming up. Ruby's Inn is a very famous inn here at Bryce, and we usually stay in the Ruby's Inn campground, but now we're going to be staying in the actual inn. And so we're going to come right over here and get checked in, and we'll bring you back soon. So here we are, open doors where we are, and check out the pine trees. Here's where we're parked. Oh, it's glorious up here. It's only about 70 degrees. It's just fantastic. We are going to love it. So let's take a look at our room. So it's a nice little room. And we'll be able to, it has a refrigerator and a microwave. Plus they gave us 2 breakfast vouchers for the next 2 days. So we're set. Okay, more later. I'm going to be doing a voiceover for this part of the video. We're getting ready to have supper, and I am showing you what our kitchen suitcase looks like. And in this kitchen suitcase, we have everything that we need in order to prepare a meal in a hotel room. So we have done a video on this previously, and I will link the video, that video to this video. Our supper is going to be hoagie sandwich hacks. And this is a video that I think it's going to be released. It may not yet be released. You may have to just wait a day or two for it to be released on Rose Red Homestead. But in that glass bowl are the ingredients for what you would normally put in a hoagie sandwich. Sliced salami, some cheese, some tomato. I think there's maybe, I don't remember for sure what it was, but the recipe will be in the video. So I just pulled out some paper plates, and I'm sort of using that right-hand side as a table because there really isn't another place that I can use to sort of put things together for our meal. So these buns that I'm going to be pulling out here in just a moment are hoagie buns that I have made myself. I'm now making all of our hoagie sandwich buns and hamburger buns and hot dog buns. And because I'm doing it myself, I can make the hoagie sandwich buns the size that suits Jim and the size that suits me. So here's the large one for Jim. And I toasted these buns before we left home this morning. And here's the smaller size hoagie bun that I made for me. It's just a little bit larger than a hot dog bun. And so I'm opening up the sandwich fillings. The reason that this hack is so great is that I don't know if you have ever struggled with eating a hoagie sandwich when you take a bite of the front and ingredients squish out the side and the back. Well, when they're cut into the little squares like this, little chunks, bite-sized chunks, they stay in these buns. It's just really, really wonderful. And so I'm loading up my sandwich, and I'll be loading up Jim's sandwich here in just a minute. And then I'm going to be adding some chips, and we will have our supper just sitting on the edge of the bed, balancing the plates on our laps. Not the most ideal way to eat. It's threatening rain outside as we're videoing this. Otherwise, we would be across the parking lot sitting at one of the picnic tables over there. But as it is, we'll be eating right here in our room. So here come the chips. And we are set for supper. So we enjoyed these delicious sandwiches. So here we are the next morning. We've had a wonderful breakfast, complimentary, so that was just great. We're at the gas station getting all geared up. Jim is filling up our extra gas tank, and we are loaded and ready to go. We have lunch with us, and we're going to see if we can't go to a place that is called Tropic Canyon. We found out when we checked in that a lot of the routes that we usually take are closed because of wildfires. So it's just that time of year in the western United States. If you look at a map of the western United States, you'll see that fires are burning all over the west. So this trip is not one that we're going to be going over to Bryce Canyon, even though we're here in Bryce, the little town of Bryce, and the canyon is right here. We've done that many times on other videos, which you can check out. This trip is all about figuring out how to haul Max up on our flatbed trailer, stay in a hotel, and then do some riding. There are lots of trails that we've never explored before, and so Tropic Canyon is one of those. So we're going to take you along with us as we go out today. So here we are on the trail over to catch the roads that we need. Up ahead there are some side banks that Jim just loves to go up on, and so he calls them switch banks. So I'm going to take you with us as Jim navigates those switch banks. On the right, up ahead. Go ahead. Just for a little moment so that I can get this beautiful terrain for you across all those meadows to the very tall pine trees. This is just such beautiful country, and it's so cool. My watch says that it's 70 degrees, so it's wonderful, wonderful. Beautiful scenery, cool temperatures, blue sky with cotton ball clouds. It's a perfect, wonderful day. So this is the Tropic Reservoir. We've shown this several times in our other videos when we've come to Bryce. Way over there is the dam, and about 3 years ago when we were here, the water was almost up to the top and breaching the road over there. It was spilling over wildly over the spillway, and all the lands below the dam were flooded. But now it is way, way down. So we are back in drought conditions here. Sad to say, we are taking a little rest stop. There we are, right there, and stretching our legs and having a little snack. So back on the road in a moment. We are coming through some areas of the forest that have been burned, as you can see. They've cut down some trees. I'm not sure if this was a control burn or one of the wildfires that they were talking about. But this road was not closed, so we hope we're going to be okay. We still have about 20 miles to go, I'm guessing. But we've come through probably, how many, Jim? 3 areas like this, or 4 areas?
3 or 4.
Yeah. So anyway, just thought you might like to see what the remnants of a wildfire in the west looks like. Fortunately, a lot of the trees are still standing, so that's good, even though, like that one right there, the trunk is burned and the lower branches are scorched. But the tree withstood it, still with us. Brave tree. Good for you, tree. Well, here we are at a rest stop. We've come at least 20 miles, and it is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're seriously considering maybe it's best that we not proceed because we still have a long ways to go. I really couldn't find mileage on any of the maps that we looked at to see how far away Castle Canyon is, but from just the looks of the map, we're not even halfway there yet. And both Jim and I are getting a little bit weary. It's quite windy. I'm set up for lunch, and really all we have is just some snacks, not really a full meal. So we just went over to the general store and bought some trail mix and some pudding mix, some little pudding cups, and can't remember, some trail mix, and yeah, I can't remember what else. Jim is figuring it out. And so we're just going to sit here and relax for a few minutes and study the maps, and then see if we're going to go forward or whether we're going to take a different route and get back to camp. So we'll check in a few minutes. Well, here we are back in Max, we're going to head back to the hotel. And how long do you think it's going to take us?
Should take us close to an hour, 15 minutes, an hour and a half, something like that.
Okay, an hour and a half to an hour and...
15 minutes to an hour and a half.
Oh, okay. We have decided that Castle Canyon will be saved for another day. We looked at the maps carefully. 2 heads are better than 1, especially when one of those heads is Jim. And
Right.
and so we figured that it's just too far for today. So we will plan another trip up here, and this time we will trailer Max down to the trailhead instead of trying to come through the forest to get to the trailhead. And that way we'll be fresh and be able to go all the way up through Castle Canyon. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning, our last day, and we are packing up. There's Max over there and our luggage outside the door. So Jim will be coming over here in just a minute to load us up. So here is the beautiful property where we are staying, Ruby's Inn. The campground where we used to stay is down that direction. But all of these gorgeous ponderosa pines. This place has been here for over 100 years. And there is a main inn, a lodge with rooms upstairs and downstairs, and then they have a number of these outbuildings with just row after row after room. We really enjoyed being on the ground floor. We requested a ground floor, and so we have easy access. So there's Max and our luggage out by the door. Jim will be loading that in just a minute, and he will be, when we get home and unpacked and rested a little bit, I'm going to come back on camera and we're going to debrief this day. We learned quite a bit about what it is like to stay in a hotel and bring Max with us on this trailer and how we like it. And we'll be sharing those things with you and the things that we learned. But for now, we will gear up and get ready to head out on the road. Well, here we are home again, and we've been here for several hours. We have showered, cleaned up, unloaded the car. I wiped down Max, and we even have had a nap. So want to debrief with you just a little bit on things that we learned and sort of decided about this new avenue for us, which is not having our trailer with us when we go up into the mountains, particularly to Bryce. We chose Bryce. We have checked out other areas around us and nothing is satisfactory to us. We just love Bryce. The area is so beautiful. It's between 7,000 and 8,000 feet, depending on where you go within that area. So it's high, it's full of pines, and there are hundreds of miles of ATV trails, many of which we have yet to discover. So I want to talk about food for just a minute. I only took 2 meals, and they were intended to be evening meals. The hoagie hack sandwiches, which we just love, and I will post the video on that one at the end of this video so that you can see more detail about the ingredients that went into that. The other meal was I did fried chicken for a Sunday dinner last week, and I brought 3 pieces of chicken for us along with a tortellini pasta salad. And the chicken also is a video over on Rose Red. It is called cold pan chicken, if you want to look that up. It is the only way I fry chicken anymore. It is just so easy and so delicious. And then the tortellini pasta salad was a Pioneer Woman recipe that I also did. I believe actually it may not quite be released yet, but I'm going to put the link to it. If you can't get to it, just check back. Those videos, I'm doing a series of videos called Heat Wave Recipes, and those are recipes that you have to do little or no cooking. The hoagie hack was one of those. So last night for supper, the fried chicken night, we actually brought that food home with us. One of the things about cooking in a hotel room, preparing meals, I don't like to do real cooking in a hotel room, like bring an electric frying pan or anything like that. I won't do that, but whatever we can do in the microwave and the mini fridge, however we can do food that way, I'm just fine with. But there's not a good place to sit. Our hotel room was just a little bit dark, and we would have had to balance the plates on our laps, which actually we did with the hoagie sandwiches. And we just decided to heck with it, and we left the food in the refrigerator and went to the restaurant instead. Now, I have to say, we love Ruby's Inn. We love that campground. We love the ambiance there, but we don't so much love the restaurant. They have thousands and thousands of guests that come through. And so they have kind of reverted to sort of an industrialized tourism approach for their food. And we, once again, it was made known to us last night that the food is just mediocre. But we had a good dinner and came home, and we were just so tired. But we brought that chicken home with us, and we'll be having that for dinner tonight. So from now on, what I'm going to be doing is bringing food that doesn't require much putting together. We just keep it in the refrigerator, pull it out, and eat it as is. Across the parking lot from where we were, there were some picnic tables. The thing that bothered me, that I guess I missed about our trailer, was having a little piece of real estate that we sort of owned for a couple of days. Inside of our trailer is very roomy. We had a nice place to sit and eat, and we could drop the back and have the outdoors almost inside. and then we could sit out on our little patch of grass in our chairs and enjoy that. We are thinking about taking our camping chairs with us next time, but we couldn't put them out just outside the door where we were because that blocks the sidewalk and people walk by all the time. So we would have to go across the parking lot to where those tables were. And as long as the tables were there, why have the chairs? And so we're kind of working out a few things. We thought about finding a place with a cabin that would be sort of isolated from just that massive apartment-style hotel, and we may look into that because that would be a little piece of real estate that we could sort of own for a couple of days with a front porch and a table and a place to sit under a tree and that sort of thing, because I don't like sitting in a dark hotel room just doing computer stuff. So those are just a couple of kinks that we need to work out. The bottom line is neither of us regrets selling our trailer. It was so much work, so much work. And Jim must have said 6 or 8 times as we were towing that flatbed trailer with Max, oh, this is so much easier, so much easier. And, you know, we have to take in account our age and our degree of stamina. And so we are catering to that. We still want to have a great time when we go places. And we don't want to use up all of our energy getting our trailer set up and ready and then take it down. And so for that reason, and that is a big, huge reason, we are much preferring just staying in a hotel and having Max on the flatbed. So that's what we have learned this time, and I'm sure that we will figure out more things as we go. But thank you for being with us on this, our experimental first time doing things that are new for us. We hope you enjoyed being with us, and we will see you soon. I hope soon. It's still so hot up at the cabin. Wildfires are still popping up everywhere. We saw another one coming home on the side of the mountain. Smoke was just billowing. And so the West is on fire all over the place, and we just don't feel comfortable going up to the cabin for the fire danger that is there. And there's only one way out. We could be trapped there. So we're going to wait until it cools down, and then we'll be going back through the late summer and early fall. So we'll be back soon, we hope, and we'll see you then.